Welcome back. Today our commander is Giada, Font of Hope. It's a great new angel that was just reprinted, and it's just a fantastic card. It does basically everything you want for angels. It's a mana dork, it boosts them all up, and it's really cheap to play. There's a ton of win cons. We're mixing a little bit of swarm, life gain, and just pure angel chaos. It's a fantastic deck to run, so let's just jump right into the games. Okay, this hand is looking pretty good here. We're going to keep that going against Helga's Skittish Seer. Definitely pretty underrated card out of the Bloomburrow set. It gets out of hand very quickly. Draw a Radiant Fountain, which is nice because we do need a little bit more mana so we can get the Lyra, Dawnbringer, the Virtue of Loyalty, all that extra stuff out there. Let's use his mini journeys. Gets to ramp a little bit more. Plays another land, gets to scry one off of the Temple of Enlightenment, puts it at the bottom, we draw a Plains. We're going to play the Giada here, we're going to just pass the turn after that. Next turn, we're probably just going to play the Youthful Valkyrie, unless we draw like a 3-drop or a 4-drop. Anything? Okay, there's the Helga. No 1-drops. We did draw an Icon of Ancestry, but the Youthful Valkyrie is still a little bit more valuable, and I think we're just going to get rid of that before that thing goes out of hand. Gets to gain 1 life, very valuable to our opponent. Swinging with the 2-2, and then we're just going to pass the turn. So next turn we're going to play the Lyra, using the Giada with the Mana Dork ability, after we swing in, obviously. Goreclaw. Well, yeah, that's definitely a card. We're going to play the Radiant Fountain here. Gain 2. Go to combat. Swinging with the 2-2 in the air. No blocks. Play the Lyra. Boost up both the Youthful Valkyrie and the Lyra, and then we're just going to pass the turn. 7/7 first strike, flying and lifelink's a little bit hard to deal with for our opponent. And especially when they're going to be boosted up quite a bit every turn with the Virtue of Loyalty. Jin Cataxius, Progress Tyrant, does decide to join the game, and it will shut that down. But it still doesn't have flying or reach. Adaptive Automaton, we are going to play that as an extra anthem. Oh wait, he can... I hate that card so much. We'll do the Virtue of Loyalty ability. We'll get the 2/2 knight. Yeah, he can count. Yeah, just counter it. Yeah. Do you like this much? Whoa, whoa. What the? Oh, there we go. A little laggy. Do I want to swing in with that much? No, I don't. Just that much. Just 10. Bring us up to 37. Bring him down to 15. Temple of Plenty. Yep, that's fine. Anything else? I'm not even regretting getting rid of the Helga and saving it for like, well, now I am. The Swords of Plowshares would have been nice against the Vorinclex, but it's not like we need much more counters anyways. He decides to swing in with everything and gives it trample. And that's why he did that. So do I want to block? I'm going to block that there so I can kill the Goreclaw unless he has something instant speed that'll fight it. And I guess we can also block the... We'll just take 11 instead. Which doesn't even bring us down past our starting life total. And we're going to gain some of it back anyways, thanks to the Youthful Valkyrie having lifelink as well. So I guess we'll... we can't even attempt to cast it because of the stupid Jin. Well, take this in your face. Bring him down to 1. And then we'll just pass the turn. 1 life to work with. Stupid Vorinclex. That's what you get. Prime Speaker Zagana. Okay. Well, he has quite a few cards in his hand to work with, but only 1 mana. Restless Vinestock. Nothing with reach, so we're pretty much in the clear unless he has a 2-drop board wipe using green and blue, which is impossible. Swings it with everything. We are not going to block. We'll take it all. 14 life? Sure, go down to 30. Unless our opponent has like an instant speed, I win the game. Yep, go down to 30 life, not 40. Well, we can basically just bring ourselves back up there anyways. Yeah, your prime speaker, Giada, can boost itself up quite a bit, but that doesn't mean that it has flying or reach. You can't get around floating women. Specifically ones that have swords. Yep, discard for hand size. We draw planes. We're gonna bait out the Jin Cataxias here. Yep, you get to counter it. Go ahead. You're gonna counter it twice. Ooh. Oh, it has reach. And that has reach. But we still have 3 flyers, so it won't do anything. Icon of Ancestry. Angel. Swinging with everything. Doesn't matter that he has 3 flyers, since he can't gain it back. It's all going to hit anyways. And we bring down to -3 life, which will kill him. So yeah, that was a fantastic game. We just were controlling our opponent from the start, and the swords on the Helga as soon as it came out was a perfect move. On to the next. Okay, this hand is looking really good here. We're going to keep that going against Koram, the Undertaker. We're going to play the Plains into the Ozolith, and then we're just going to pass the turn. Our opponent plays a Temple of Malady, gets to scry 1. We draw Plains. We're going to play the Giada here. Next turn, either the Righteous Valkyrie or the Worn Power Stone. Unless we draw a 4-drop Angel. That's going to be the game plan. Or if he kills it. If he kills the Giada, it would be a little... Well, yeah, that kind of hurts. So it looks like we're going to go with Plan B. Worn Power Stone. Yes, we did draw the Starnheim Aspirant, but we will save that for later because our opponent most likely is a little kill happy with the go for the throat right off the bat into the Giada. Which it is justifiable because Giada can get out of hand really quickly, but it still doesn't mean much. We're going to play the Starnheim Aspirant here. We're going to go into the Giada, into the Righteous Valkyrie, boost it up a little bit, and then we're just going to pass the turn. Let's see what our opponent does. Okay, plays a Crucius, Titan of the Waves, Felmire, Crucius, triggers, gets a treasure, Expedient. Okay, we draw a gate to the Citadel. We're going to play the gate tapped. We're going to go with the Rally the Ranks here. Choose Angel, boost our Angels up even more. Swinging with the 3-3 and the... No, we're not going to swing with the 4-6. We're just going to swing with the 3-3. And then we're just going to pass the turn. Underground Mortuary. Mills a land. Koram, the Undertaker, comes out there. You can play the Blooming Marsh, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. It's cool art on that card. Grist comes out there, which is annoying.
No prey to love.
Crucius, Titan of the Waves, comes out there. Well, gets the trigger if he discards. Yes, discards the Gravebreaker Lamia. Expedient, not expedient. We're going to use the Gate to the Citadel's ability to seek a card. We're going to grab, ooh, a Thraben Watcher. Good seek. Righteous Valkyrie will trigger, gaining us some more life. Is the Anthem there yet? No, not yet. A few more turns, though. But since our stuff has Vigilance now in the air, we're going to swing in, bring him down to 13. Plays a Takanuma, Abandoned Mire. Is there anything else going to come out there? Seven mana to work with. Looking at his graveyard. Can this be casted again? No, it can't. But he most likely wants it out there. Old Rustine, yeah. That's some really good value for our opponent. Blossoming Tortoise. Okay, that's fine. Six, 5, and a 1/2. Okay. We'll block the 6/5, I guess. We'll take the 1. Nothing else. Jet Collector puts a Mox Jet in his hand, which is just free mana. Decides to concede. I mean, we were just controlling the game from the start, and I think he misplayed with just him swinging in with his commander, so that was a really good game. We're going to go on to the next. This hand is looking okay. I guess we'll keep it here. It's a little risky. Going against Xenagos, God of Revels. So much damage. I just don't like that deck. It's not fun to go against. It's definitely fun to play, but going against it is so annoying. Plays a snow-covered forest into a delighted halfling, has the ramp off the bat, which, I mean, pretty much half the deck is that anyways, so it's pretty much expected. Let's see what he gets on his turn 2. 3 mana to work with. I'm assuming another Mana Dork or Mana Rock. Pretty much. Goblin and Archomancer. Yep, that does the trick. Nothing else. We draw Plains. We're going to play the... Ooh, we're going to play the... That would really shut our opponent down. We're going to play the Palantir of Orthonk. We're going to swing with the 2/2 in the air. He doesn't have any bombs yet, but it's definitely a possibility. Palantir of Orthonk is going to get a Icon of Ancestry and a Plains. We're going to keep the Ancestry on top. Let's see if he lets us draw it. Nope, he mills it. Dealing him 3 damage, going down to 20 life. Snow-covered Mountain into, let's see, the Xenagos. Nope, a Llanowar Elves. That's fine. Does he swing in with the 2/2? Nope, he doesn't. He doesn't want to waste that precious card that he has. We are just going to... Actually, since he doesn't have any bombs yet, we're going to play the Smothering Tithe here. We're going to work our way up and trying to get some advantage before our opponent outpaces us, potentially. But the Mithril Coat should help us with the game a little bit. Unless he has something with Trample, which in red and green, it's the perfect combination. He loses 8, goes down to 10. He's probably not going to make that mistake again. We get a treasure, which is great for us. Let's see what our opponent does. Does he play the Xenagos? Most likely yes, because that card is ridiculously annoying to deal with. Terror of the Peaks. Okay, yep, that's an issue. Into the north. Okay, some extra ramp. Gets a regular snow-covered forest. Passes the turn, I'm assuming, after that. Nope, decides to swing in. We are not going to block, because we do like our Giada out there. Ooh, that's tempting. That's really tempting. That would really hurt our opponent. And I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to play the Mithril Coat here. We're going to attach to the Giada, and then we're going to vanquish the Horde. Yeah, that was a really good play. Gets rid of the Terror of the Peaks and basically all of his ramp. That's going to put us basically in the winning position, unless our opponent has exile removal, which is few and far between in green and red. We have a Thraben Watcher on top. He's going to let us draw because he doesn't want to lose more than that. Smothering Tithe, pay 2. Only has 4 mana to work with, so obviously he's going to give us the treasure here. Let's see if he has a 4 or less drop. He does. An Explorer gets to play an additional land, but pay 2. Smothering Tithe. Nope. Paradise Druid doesn't play the extra land because he doesn't have one. We're going to play the Thraben Watcher here, as well as the... Actually, we're going to play the Adaptive Automaton as well. We are going to choose Angel, and he decides to concede because, well, the board white vanquished the Horde with the Mithril Coat, getting rid of all of his mana, especially the Terror of the Peaks was a perfect play for us, and that's why we won the game. Moving on to the next. This hand is looking great. We're going to keep that here, going against Urza, Prince of Krug. Let's see what he does on his turn 1, if he's going first or if he's looking to roll again. We both have some nice geese. Plains pass the turn. Next turn, we're going to play the Giada into the Youthful Valkyrie, into the Thraben Watcher. Let's see what our opponent does. The Tall Goose. Indeed, you do have a goose that's not really tall, but definitely numerous. But so do I. We're going to play the Plains into the Giada, as I said earlier. I'm going to pass the turn. So a bunch of artifacts, which is just going to be annoying. Turn 2, probably Renowned Weaponsmith. Okay, that's pretty okay. We're going to do the... Giada swinging for 2 into the Thraben Watcher. And then we'll go the different route. Quietus Spike is also going to be really nice, since our opponent most likely doesn't have any flyers. Aether Spellbomb. Okay. So we can bounce, which will be annoying. I guess we'll play the Youthful Valkyrie here. Is our opponent going to bounce the Giada or counter the Youthful Valkyrie? Okay, does counter it. That's fine. We'll play the Wojek Investigator instead, swinging with the 3/3. Bring me down to 20. Mishra's Foundry. I thought you were playing Urza. Skyclave Relic. Kicked it, gets 2 tapped copies. Esper Sentinel, okay, that's fine. We don't have a ton of non-creature spells. The Quietus Spike is one, but it's really nothing extraordinary. We're going to swing in with the 5/7, the 3/3, and the 3/3 all in the air that all have Vigilance. Bring it down to 9 life. We're just going to pass the turn after that. Let's see what our opponent does. Island. Board wipe. There is white. It's definitely a possibility. Well, can get a board wipe. Time Warp. Anything else? We have 3 mana to work with. Phyrexian Metamorph into the Aether Spellbomb. That's kind of sad. Unless he's planning to do like a super bounce. Emry, Lurker of the Loch. Urza, Prince of Krug. Bounces the Wojek Investigator. Bounces the Archangel of Thune, I'm assuming, as well. Yep. Okay. Swings in with anything? Yes, the 3/3. We are not going to block that. Okay, we draw a Worn Power Stone, which will not be necessary. We're going to play the Archangel of Thune here. You have no cards. You can Renowned Weaponsmith, I guess. Swing in for a total of 6 in the air. Bring him down to 1 measly life. Looking frantically through his graveyard. It's a lot of lands. Emry brings back the Aether Spellbomb, so he can bounce back something, I guess. Urza's copies the Aether Spellbomb. Now it's a 3/3. Targets the Archangel of Thune. Bounces it back to Ham. Says, good game. We're going to say GG back. Bounces the... oh, wait. Gets to draw off of that one. Island into nothing. Well, that was a really, really good game. We were just controlling from the start. He just couldn't deal with the flyers, and I think he was a little bit behind on pacing. So that's why we won. We're going to go on to the next. Final game 5, our hand is looking really good here, going against Kroxa and Kunaros. Alright. Icon of Ancestry, play a Plains, pass the turn, potentially. I mean, he could have just shocked himself if he really wanted to. Undead Butler, okay. Mills 3. Pro Medallion. Pass the turn. Shadowy Backstreet. Throws the command tower in the graveyard. Swings in with the 1/2 Undead Butler. Draw Plains. Play the Patchwork Banner. Choosing Angel. play the Giada. Next turn, we're most likely going to play the Cathar's Crusade. Hope for a small angel so we can boost our own angels up even more. Well, that does it. Cathar's Crusade, play the Universal Automaton, boost everything up, swing with the 4/4 Giada, bring me down to 15, pass the turn. Next turn, Icon of Ancestry to give all of our creatures an Anthem, Witch King of Angmar, okay. Plains, Icon of Ancestry, choose Angel. Use the icon to hopefully search for another angel. Nothing. We're not going to attack. We're just going to pass the turn. Our opponent, Undead Butler. Okay, Sir Conrad. Lotus Field tapped. Sacks 2 lands. Most likely the plains and the swamp. Oh, and the Caves of Kolios. Interesting. Archangel of Thune. That's fantastic. We're going to play that. Boost up our creatures a little more. Use the Icon of Ancestry here to dig a little deeper. Whiffed again. Swing in with the 6/6 Giada in the air. He can block. Doesn't decide to. Oh, well that's nice. Yep, throw the commander back in the command zone. Deals the damage to us. Thank you, Sir Conrad, for being there. Swiftfoot Boots. Equips it to the Witch King. Yep, that's fine. Swings in with the Witch King, maybe? No. Okay. Undead Butler, yep. Play the Giada again. Gonna boost all of our creatures up again. Use the icon. Grab the Righteous Valkyrie. Play the Righteous Valkyrie. Boost everything up again. Now he has to block at least the Archangel of Thune, which he does. I'm assuming he discards to make it indestructible, but we do get the life gain off of it. Yep. Take a damage. Okay, goes down to 1. We have to sack the Universal Automaton. That's fine. Archangel of Thune triggers, boosting all of our creatures up even more. And then we just pass. Does our opponent have a board wipe? Because that would really hurt. Taking a little bit, decides to concede. Okay, that's fine. So that was a great game 5. We really just controlled it from the start. Having the ability to boost all of our creatures up constantly with the Cathar's Crusade is great, and Pearl Medallion and Angels is just absolutely broken. That was a fantastic game. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated, and if you haven't already, check out some of my other videos covering other decks. Thank you for watching.